ArkansasYarnCast. I'm Lori.
I'm Anna.
I'm Jessica.
And we are podcasting from Arkansas Yarn Company located in Malvern, Arkansas. And we are so excited to have you guys stop in and visit us. To have y'all stop and visit and join us, sit and knit, stitch, crochet, hang out, have a beverage. We love it when you hang out with us.
I always want to say, coming at you live.
But we're not coming at you live.
We're not
So
live.
it would be a lie.
It would be a live, but not, yeah, that's a bad pun. That was a bad pun. I'm sorry, y'all.
We might forgive you.
Maybe Lucas can bleep that out. I don't know.
No, it's staying
He'll
there.
probably leave it there.
He's gonna leave it. He is gonna leave it. He's gonna leave it. Hey, it's been a while, so I'm wondering what y'all have on your needles.
Well, do you want to show them your progress first?
Oh, y'all.
Since you're so excited about it.
I'm so excited. So y'all know last time I was going to start the Mama Vertebrae sweater when I went to the beach. And so I started it and I brought it and I had literally just divided for the sleeves. Last episode. Well, this episode, I have been cranking. And I mean cranking.
You gotta hold it up higher. There you go.
Look at how long it is. So since we were together last, I have done this much.
Is that where you're? Yeah.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
much.
Here
Wow.
to there.
Yeah, I'm just getting ready to start my ribbing. And I am at another part in the design where I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do. Do I do ribbing or do I do seed stitch? I'm team seed stitch and Jessica's like, well, it might not match up because I have to do that part down here and then pick up all the way around, and then I'll be knitting around and around and around to finish flat. I'll be knitting flat,
Go back and forth.
back and forth. So, but y'all, look how good it looks. I'm
Yes.
like
Looking
super
really good.
happy. This is my rave, and it is gorgeous. I've taken some pictures. I will send to Jessica so Lucas can pop them in so you can see what it looks like close up.
You know, you could send them directly to Lucas.
Oh, there's that.
Well, I will send them directly to Lucas. And I like having a text conversation going on with him. So, yeah, I will send those directly over to Lucas. I have some up-close pictures of this because when I'm knitting this is what has kept me going. I am just so in love with seeing all of these chunks. And then every now and then you see this pixie dust of color, and I love it so much. And it makes me happy, and it makes me feel like, dang, I did a good job on that. That's what I feel like.
You really have been cranking over the last 2 weeks. I mean, that's a
Y'all,
lot of
This
knitting.
is a lot of knitting on size 3.
And
Yeah.
you've got your sleeves on your barber.
I love my barber cords. I will never knit another sweater without these. They're the best. And then I took that long one because I wanted to. So I did make some modifications to this because y'all can't tell, but I have a bubble butt. And I felt like my shoulders are narrow, my wrists are narrow, and I felt like my butt is not narrow.
No, you've got wide hips.
Thanks, Jess.
I mean, you've had a kid, obviously. That kind of makes your hips widen a little bit.
I don't know about that. I think
that's what happens.
when people say you have wide hips, that means you have a big butt.
No, you do have wide hips, though.
But I have a very small waist, but I
You do.
have a bubble butt. So I decided that I needed to compensate because the sweater is meant to
Hang straight down.
Hang straight down. There's no front, so it's like my friends at the beach said it's a cape with arms. It's
Yeah.
a cape with sleeves.
Yeah, I like
so
that idea.
it's
I can
literally
see that.
your back and your arms. So I started thinking as I'm knitting this, I'm envisioning it, how awesome it's going to look on me. And I'm thinking, I need to compensate for the booty. So, my friend Tracy from Hot Springs Fiber Company was here, and she is a pattern designer. And then Jessica was with me as well, and so we sat down in the front of the store in our lounge, and I was just talking it through with them and saying I needed to do this, and they came up with a plan for me, and Tracy wrote it out for me. So I made modifications to compensate for my waist coming in, and then my hips and butt.
We didn't really bring it in the waist because we wanted it to continue to hang
Right.
straight. So because of that, we added some width to some shaping to the back. Here in
Right here and right here is where we started adding it, and you can't tell on this, but it is a very nice increase. So what I did was I increased. I had 35 stitch. I started with 35 stitches on each end. I had 45 in the middle, and then I would increase 30. I would increase 31. I would increase on either side, and that would give me 4 stitches increasing, and I did that every 4 rows. And I think that it's gonna hang, because if I didn't, then it was gonna hang behind me, and I wanted it to hang where the rest of it was gonna hang. So I made some modifications to it. So I'm quite pleased with myself.
But that's what I love about making our own garments, is that we can make those modifications to fit our body. And that's really nice. Like the sweater that I'm working on, I also had to make some modifications for it to fit correctly.
Y'all, look at my cake. It is so gorgeous. A mess. It's a hot mess, but it is beautiful. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Like, what else can I make with this yarn? I'm so in love with the way it looks. I'm very, very happy with it. It's my Yummy Plush, and it's, my Yummy Sparkle. It's my Yummy Sparkle base, and it's gorgeous. And I'm thrilled with the way it's coming out, and I'm pulling from the outside.
She doesn't ever knit anything not sparkle.
I haven't really, have I?
No.
And I also, it's very rare for me to knit with not my own yarn.
Scott's socks.
Yeah, that would be that and
A self-striping
and Christmas socks last year.
Self-striping yarn is the exception because I don't self-stripe. Other than that, I just really love my yarn. That is it in a nutshell. I just really love my yarn.
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
It's pretty decent. It's luxurious.
I'm using it.
I specialize in luxury sparkle, and that's what I deliver is luxury sparkle.
You do.
And I also deliver just luxury yarn because Anna's is gorgeous.
It is.
Yes.
Anna, the color is stunning.
Speaking of sparkle and glitter
sparkle and
shine.
gorgeous and luxury.
So my work in progress that I haven't touched for a few days. So this is, as you will recall.
Well, you have been a little busy.
I have been a little bit.
Look at our board, y'all. This is a clue.
Blue's Clues.
Blue's Clues. I haven't heard that in a long time.
I never watched that show.
Listen, what does that go? Do, 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 do.
I never watched it.
You didn't watch it? Jessica watched it.
I watched a little
She
bit.
did. She did. But let's go back to this
So,
gorgeousness.
You'll recall, this is what Lori dyed up for me for the kind of the spooky knit along. Is that?
The spooky stitches make along.
Yeah, make along.
I wish y'all could see this in person, but I over dyed this with some black in places. And it makes it look spooky. It's so pretty.
I think what we should do is steam block it a little bit
I
tomorrow.
think so.
And
take a picture.
Yeah.
And
for Lucas to
yeah,
put
somebody
up.
send it to Lucas.
I'll send it direct to Jessica.
Yes.
But yeah, that's
Anna, it's gorgeous.
well,
Is it pleasurable?
It is. It's pleasurable, and the color is very fun. You
So-
had a good.
You're very close to the end of the second chart.
One of our viewers suggested that Anna try the Flegel hook, beading hook, and I think that you pulled Jessa's.
Yeah, I did.
And do you find that you like it? Have you continued with it, or are you using your old method?
I'm definitely not using the old method.
You like it better?
I haven't really been using the Flegel, but there's the really tiny
There's a
crochet hook.
There's a crochet thread hook in there.
Oh, okay.
So when I was doing the summer court tank last summer, it is beaded on the bottom in the lace section, and so I got the Flegel beater because it was recommended by the designer, and it's really, really nice for holding several beads at once. But I did end up using the crochet hook to put the beads on because I didn't quite like the hook mechanism on the Flegel beater.
Yeah.
Even though I got the one that was designed for the size beads that I was using.
I feel like all of our projects were dyed by the talented Lori. And
they were.
Yeah, they were. And then
That was sweet of you
I
to
know.
say.
It's true. And then they all have like a similar mood.
They do kind of a little bit.
They do.
So I am sitting here knitting on the Witching Hour swatcho.
Jessica, this is gorgeous.
She's
It
been
is.
zooming.
You have been zooming on that.
Of course.
So
She
it had 79 rows of color work.
Well, it could have been 150.
Well,
I mean, that's
it
like
could've.
not a lot.
So it had
Hardly anything.
it's DK weight.
So it went faster.
And then before you separated for the sleeves, after the color work, you had to knit.
Oh, I love it. I actually
think
haven't
was
seen it.
7 rows.
Oh, that
or
is
7
showing up
rounds
nice.
before you separated for the sleeves.
Oh, I can't wait to
Wow.
put it on. Hey, how did you like your cords?
So the cords are very nice. I have the Knitting Barber cords that have my sleeves separated. But I actually ended up using the long one on this as well when I was ready to separate for the sleeves to see how far down my arm it actually went, which it hit just above my elbow.
When you separated, the separation was right above your elbow? Wow,
yes.
that's
So
long.
it's a swancho,
Yeah.
so it's supposed to be a really deep yoke.
Mm-hmm.
Which the yoke from the end of the collar to where I separated is 14 inches.
Is there a designated front and back on this?
No.
This is really pretty, Jess.
So the designer actually just updated this pattern to add short rows onto the neck.
To raise that neckline up.
But I was already like halfway through the color work when she released the updated pattern. So I am currently working on the body.
Locking it out was like a game changer.
It
She
was
did
for the
lock it
top.
for the top. I love this so much.
So it is turning out really well. I do love it.
So pretty.
I did modify the pattern a little bit when I was going to separate for the sleeves. She actually had the schematic on there, and it was going to be 10 inches around for the sleeve, for the underarm, which would be right here, and my bicep just above my elbow is actually 13 inches around. So I didn't want that much negative ease on my arm.
It would be uncomfortable.
So I did modify it a little bit. My body is not going to be quite as wide as it was supposed to be
I think
because
you'll
I
enjoy
took
it better that way too.
I took some stitches from the body to add on to the sleeve, the underarm dimension. And so basically I took the body from 15 inches of positive ease to 12 inches of positive ease. So I do think that I will like it better that way.
I
but
think you'll like that fit better for you.
but I am enjoying it. I think it's really pretty.
So
very
pretty.
I love how the color work turned out.
Like, I want to wear it just right now. I love it.
And I have yet to decide if I'm going to make it a little bit longer than pattern states.
You should. And also, I think that you should put a thumb hole
That'd
in
be
the
fun.
sleeve.
Well,
the cuff.
the pattern, the length that the pattern is written for is to hit just past the top of your jeans, which I actually really like that length.
Yeah, but
and
we
I don't
dyed
want it
enough
to
that
be.
you have extra, so you could add a little bit more length to it if you wanted.
I could if I want to, and I'll try it on at that point and see if I want
It's
it
so
any
pretty.
longer.
Good
So
job.
I have been working on that, and I worked on that quite a bit. The other project that I made a lot of progress on is my Plumeria tank, which it's at the point now where I am on the lace section.
Ooh, that's so
on the body.
pretty.
I'm on the lace section on the body, and so it's not something that I really can work on a lot, just out and about.
So it's more private knitting.
A little bit. It is a little more private knitting, although I can do it while watching TV, so that's not an issue.
So pretty, Jessa.
But so
I see where you're
these are
at.
my straps.
Let me open this up a little bit right here.
Hold on. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hold it up to the camera. But so my straps are here, and it's V-neck on both sides. And so I did make the back slightly longer before
lace.
starting,
The
before
lace
joining.
is pretty.
Um,
I love that.
yeah, it
I
looks
haven't.
nice.
I have not seen the lace, so I haven't actually seen Jessica working on this. So this is new to me, and it's beautiful. Oh, it's a cable.
Well, it's a mop cable.
Yeah, that looks good.
So the sides are open, and what they want you to do is they want you to seam it up just a little bit from where it joins up to the underarm, so that way
Love
you
it.
can customize that. And then I did make the back slightly longer before joining it in the round to work on the chart, the lace chart. That way it would scoop down in my back a little bit further, because my lower back's a little bit narrower than where my waist sits. So having that kind of lower scoop in the lace.
Well, also,
Looks
and if
really
you have
nice.
a little bit of a lower waist pant, and you're sitting on a bar stool, it will be a little bit more flattering.
Yeah, but I don't wear lower waist pants.
Yeah.
So
People would get more than they bargained for.
Kind of like you did.
Yeah.
The
So-
lace is gorgeous.
the lace is coming out really nice. The top of it has this kind of mock cable, which I'll show it upside down because it's easier this way. But it has this kind of mock cable, and I'll take a picture because it looks a little bit better in person. But it's got several little mock cable sections in
Just
here.
is so pretty.
And what it's going to do is it's gonna, they're all gonna come together. So there's space in between each V right now, and it's slowly decreasing to where the V ends up being, the lace on the bottom ends up being the whole thing is lace.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's clever construction.
So it is coming along, and I'm really enjoying it. This is another entry for the Spooky Stitches make along, and I put on this little spooky stitch marker. There we go.
It's cute.
On there as well. This yarn is Jack from Blue Barn Fiber. Blue Barn Fibers. So this is her Jack colorway
It's pretty.
that I got a few weeks ago. And it's working up really pretty. I love the purple and gray together.
I like the pooling some of the pooling, like this section right here is super pretty.
Yeah, it is pooling very nicely, and I am
It is.
enjoying that.
It's gorgeous.
So I've got my two Spooky Stitches make along projects going, my sweater and the tank top. in my little shining bag, which I love. And then I have made a little bit of progress on my Musselburgh. Musselburgh.
Yeah, Musselburgh.
Yeah, but isn't it German? And they would pronounce it Mussel.
Okay.
But this is my Musselburgh hat.
It looks good.
Yeah, it's coming along.
Yeah, the yarn is knitting nicely.
So, yeah, it's a really nice little tweed from $3.98, the rainbow tweed. And it's just this really nice fall, golden green color. So I made some progress on that. And this right now is my kind of out and about knitting because it's just easy to pick up and work on.
It is. Don't you have some good news from some of your knitting?
That's what I was thinking.
I'll tell our friends. Y'all, Jessica submitted her Stephen West Slipstravaganza to the county fair, the Garland County Fair, and she won Best of Show. And then she dyed. So Jessica doesn't really like dyeing yarn, but I was out of town and she agreed to do a test knit for Tristan at Dragon Horde Yarn, and she needed yarn. So her and Anna dyed the yarn for it, and she won first place in that. And then our little pig won first place also, I think, in the toy category. So
cute.
Jessica is going on to state. They wanted to, they're actually taking it to state for her because they wanted her to enter it. So
I found something out the other day, which I think some people will enjoy finding out as well, that you're not, when you enter in something to a county fair like I did, you're not actually competing with the other entries. You're competing against yourself. So when you win first place, that's why some categories can have like 5 first place ribbons.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Is because you're actually competing against yourself. They're judging they're judging the quality of the item.
I did not know that.
Not the quality of the item in comparison to the other items. So I did get first place on my shawl and my sweater and the pig, which were in 3 different categories. And then once they have all of the categories judged, they then pick a few things that they set aside that they think will that they're going to choose best of show from.
Yes.
And so then after they've judged everything in the entire building, they go back to each category and they pick the best of show item for each category.
Interesting information.
For each division.
Did a judge tell you that?
Well, I was part of that EHC group.
Yeah.
And I went to the knit night with them the other night. And I was asking them how it worked.
Oh, okay.
So basically when you see a category and they've got like all blue ribbons in the whole thing,
right,
that means that the people who entered just did really well on their own items.
Yes.
And then from all of that, they end up choosing best of show.
So, like, I don't know now if I would want to enter anything because, like...
Yeah, but I made a whole $17.
Woohoo! Big prize winner.
Oh, yeah. Well, so...
I'm excited for you, though.
They told me they generally only take best of show items to district and state. Now, anybody can enter into district and state, but if you enter into your county fair and you win best of show, they actually can take and enter your items for you into districts and state.
That's great.
And they only take best of show, but they ended up taking my sweater as well, and they told me they don't generally do that, but they wanted to take my sweater as well.
I think that's high praise.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
Yes. You should be, because it was a gorgeous sweater.
It is a pretty sweater. So my Stephen West Slip Stravaganza, which was last year's mystery knit-along, won Best of Show, and then my sweater was a colorwork sweater, my La Habba, which I will have Lucas post a picture of in the video so that you can see that as well. So people have been coming in, they've been wondering where my shawl is because it's not hanging on the wall.
We usually have it hanging.
So
very
that's
noticeable.
That's where it is.
It's very dramatic. It's done in, Jessica traditionally does Stephen West mystery knit-alongs in shades of gray and a lime green. And I usually dye it for her, which y'all saw her you saw her
the new palette that I'm going to do.
Yes, the new palette is the same, except she added in orange this year. So that'll be entering next year as well. And I think it's going to be fun. We love having our own color palettes.
Yes. Also, last video I forgot to talk about the baby sweater that I finished. Because I didn't have it anymore. I was working on it 2 podcasts ago, and that weekend I had the baby shower. So I did finish the baby sweater.
Did you take pictures?
I did, so I'll have Lucas post a picture of the finished baby sweater as well. That way y'all can see it. But I forgot about it because I didn't have it anymore.
Yeah,
It was cute.
I didn't even get to see it, so
Yeah,
I was
out of town.
gone. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm leaving when this podcast comes up that Saturday. I'm leaving to go to the beach again. I get to go hang out with all my knitting friends from Virginia, and I'm super excited about it. Going right back to the same beach. I cannot wait because we're actually going to stay in town this time. So I get to go to all my favorite places. Like I love to go get the crab grenades and the fried oysters at North Bank. And it's my favorite restaurant there. And I get to go do the things that I really love doing. So when we go on our beach trip as couples, we just go to our house and we stay at our house the entire time. So this time I get to go do all the things and my stomping ground, and I'm looking forward to it. So
Good.
That's going to be fun. So you are going to be watching out for Jessica and Anna again.
Well, we'll
so
be
soon.
we'll be running the shop. I won't have to stay at my mom's house this time because my dad is staying here.
No guys.
Yeah, no
No
guys.
guys. It's all the girls.
Yes, so
Which means it's like this. We get to go shopping without a husband. It's like hunting without the game warden.
yeah, but you do get to you are taking Mimi with you.
I am taking my mother-in-law, and all of my friends love her, so they call her Mimi also. And so we asked her to come back this year with us. So, but she likes to shop too, so it's like not a hardship. So I'm going to be going over to Knitting Addiction, which is my favorite knitting store in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. So I'm looking forward to that. And obviously, I'll probably be bringing the girls home yarn, because it's what I do, is bring them home yarn.
Well, are you making sure that you pack your suitcase light, that way you can
Yes.
bring home the whole
Actually, I know, right? Because I love to go to Knitting Addiction. Jeannie is one of my very, very good friends, and she's been a great mentor to me with opening the shop. She's been an asset to me in helping answer questions, so I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. I'm
You've
looking
not
forward to
seen
it.
her since we opened the shop.
I haven't seen her since we
Opened.
Yeah, I did a trunk show there, but it was before I opened.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I am looking forward to hugging her neck. I can't wait to see her. And but do you have news? You have news.
Do I have news?
You do.
I think she's talking about a foul creature.
Oh,
Do you want me just to say?
foul little thing.
Guess who's back? Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tart wandered back.
Pop-Tart the rooster. I think he got tired of his
Situation.
his poor living situation.
He's the low one on the totem pole.
So he gets pecked a lot.
Yeah, so and other things. But, the others don't like him.
For some reason, he decided to go back. Like, he was probably thinking, I think they're missing me. They're going to be so happy to see me. And he just flew right back over the fence.
Yeah, so this time, I don't know how he comes over.
I don't know.
He flies. Don't you think he flies?
But, like, there's yards to go through.
So he probably flies on one, walks a little bit, and then flies again.
Maybe, but, like, landing into my yard would be a big mistake.
I don't know.
But, so the next door neighbor, she let him into her backyard again and figured, well, he jumped over her fence before to go home. Maybe he'll want to try it again. And he didn't. So he was like, no, this is my street now. So he's been hanging out, doing his little birdie thing. He only sleeps on my porch. And then he will kind of dig little holes under my boxwood and take a nap there.
Yeah.
But we just, one of Jesse's friends was over, and he said, wow, I think that he was about to get in the car with me. It's like, yeah, he'll do that. He's very sociable.
I think that's so cute.
But he doesn't like to be pet.
No, he doesn't. I keep working on it. He doesn't run away, but he'll be like,
Does he let you pick him up?
Like
maybe he just needs a snuggle.
I have been tempted to try that, but I would have like a towel so that he wouldn't poop on me.
Yeah. He might just not like it. Hey, lady.
Cut it out.
Yeah.
But he's
I moved away from this.
Yeah.
He's a precious boy though, so he's back, and we're back to feeding him and
the Pop-Tart saga.
Yeah. Well, speaking of animals, Lucas found a dog yesterday. He was at work and there was...
A stray dog?
Yeah, it was stray. It didn't have a collar on it. So he found this dog yesterday while he was at work, and he called me, and I was with Anna. And he's like, hey, so this dog keeps trying to get into work.
Who's trying to go in Walmart?
Yes. He's trying to walk into the door, and I guess see all the people because he was a friendly dog. And so Lucas called animal control there in Hot Springs, and they basically told him if the dog wasn't being aggressive, that there was nothing that they could do. They wouldn't even come out and just check to see if it had a chip in its neck.
Well, and there's high traffic there.
There is. It was a busy road.
Well, and backing up, and
yeah.
I mean, just in general, he could have gotten hit.
Yeah, so
very busy part of town.
So Anna and I went over, and we got him, and we went to PetSmart, and we bought him a collar. That way, we could lead him around. And then Anna's...
That was sweet of you.
Anna's vet is a 7 days a week vet.
Mm-hmm.
So we called them and asked if we could come up there and check to see if he had a chip in his neck. And so we took him to the vet, and he scanned him a few times, and there's no chip in his neck.
Oh.
And he's young. He's less than a year old.
Yeah. So the vet was guessing 8 months.
Yeah. So we ended up taking him back to my house, and I took a picture of him, let him play with my dogs.
Oh, and they were so happy.
Oh, they enjoyed playing, although he definitely has more energy than my dogs do, and my dogs were starting to get tired.
Well, your dogs are also chubby.
A little bit.
So that was like a lot of exercise for them.
It was. Although Harley really enjoyed it. She really enjoyed playing with him. So I did post a picture of him on social media. There's a lost and found pets group on Facebook for the city. So I posted him on there, and somebody recognized the dog as their friend's dog, and I did get to reunite the dog with its owner.
Well, that's a very good deed you girls did.
He was cute.
He was cute.
What do you think he was?
Well, I think, and the vet said this as well, but I do think that he was probably a Lab Great Dane mix, because he had more of a square box head, like a
Dane.
like a Dane would
Yeah.
have, but he definitely had like the coat of a lab,
Mm-hmm.
He
of
had
a black lab.
big paws.
Oh, his paws were huge. But he's a black dog, and he had a white patch on his chest, so he was like wearing
That's
his little
also
tuxedo.
indicative of a Great Dane.
And then his back paws had a little bit of white on, like, just on the tips of his toes.
Yeah, cute.
So he was very nice. Anna named him Philip.
Philip.
I liked it, and he answered to it.
But his name was Mamba.
Mamba?
Yes.
Oh, Philip is so much more gentlemanly.
I know.
I was wondering what his name was.
His
But
Mamba.
I was like, I wonder what his name is. And so I
He's
started
probably
going,
like, Philip.
and he would perk up and come over. I was like, it's meant to be.
That's how Molly got her middle name. I like to have a middle name for my dog, and so I would say, like whatever name, and finally I said Molly Claire, and she just came right over to me. So her name is Molly Claire. Do your dogs have middle names?
No.
Do yours?
No, I think though that my sister decided that since I named a cat Penelope, that it was going to be Penelope Cruz.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, oh, okay.
What else did you do this weekend?
Oh,
I went to the first ever Washita Highland Games.
That's exciting.
And I see that they are already planning for next year.
Oh,
Oh,
fun.
I heard you saw something else.
A little something extra.
A little
Well,
something extra.
I am going to keep this very
clinical.
well, PGG, and say that at least one individual was wearing their kilt in a
Traditional
fashion.
And I should also say that she said that they should never bend over, they should squat down.
Yeah.
I try to squat down when I'm in a skirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, girls are taught that. I mean, we're kind of taught to.
We've been doing it.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't think I have the flexibility to bend over and grab something off of the ground.
Really? Reach that far? Get a little grabber thing.
Yeah. So I squat down, that way I can actually reach what I'm trying to grab off the ground.
Although, then I run into the trouble of I have kind of unfortunate knees.
Well.
At some, sometimes they get irritated, and so then it's like, I can't do that either.
So we're referring to it as the Highland incident.
It was. I still see that. But the games were really interesting.
And also, wasn't it a ginger convention?
Yes. So they I think there was multiple
That's
people
April.
that would go around walk amongst the spectators. And they would, anytime they pass a redhead, they'd be like, don't forget, the gathering of the gingers is at 1.
Oh, the gathering of the gingers.
So they took a picture of all the gingers that were there at 1 o'clock.
I love that. I
Mhm.
think that's cute.
Yeah. And then they chose,
And they loved it.
Yeah. And they chose a king and queen. So,
Well, that's exciting.
yeah. And they...
So will they be the king and queen for next year?
I'm not sure how that works. But they are getting free tickets to the Renaissance Fair, which is coming up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When is that?
Is it the first weekend in October?
So this upcoming weekend?
Is that how far into the year we are?
Yes, it
Well,
is.
the Friday and Saturday are the 1st and the 2nd.
Oh, I wonder when it is. I don't know.
Because otherwise the following Saturday I can't make it. for the following weekend, the 8th and the 9th?
Well, I mean, I think you could.
No. I have something in Amity that I am doing that weekend.
I mean, you
And somebody has to watch the yarn shop while I'm there.
could. Let's see. I wonder, so the Renaissance Fair page was really promoting the
The
Highland
Highland
games.
stuff. And so I thought that was their replacement for the Renaissance Fair this year.
I
So
like
last
the idea.
year, Garland County put on their own Renaissance Fair. And then after that, last year, they were promoting the Highland Games. So I didn't actually think they were doing the Renaissance
Oh.
Fair this year.
It's still like a month away. It's in November.
Oh, it's in November.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
thinking that.
Well, then we're good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
good.
We're good.
But the games were really interesting to watch. They did the log toss and a sheath toss.
A sheath
Yeah.
toss?
That's what they called it. Like, you go and stick a pitchfork into a wrapped, like, bale of hay,
Oh.
and then you...
Like a round bale?
No, like a small square...
Like a square bale?
Mhm,
Okay.
But, like, yay big.
Yeah.
And then they go and chuck it up into the air and hope that it goes up and over this pole.
Oh.
And
That's interesting.
yeah, and so then they keep raising that
Yeah.
bar. And there was another thing that they
Weeding
were
people out.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And there was another one where it was an iron ball.
Yes. It's like
and
shot put.
So they
Yeah, they have to.
fling it up and over the bar.
Yeah.
And that one seems like I wouldn't want to do that.
No.
No, because I think I'd die.
Because it's like a kettlebell that has
Mhm.
the iron handle that's attached to the
Oh.
iron ball.
Wow.
And they swing it in between their legs and then up and then in between and then
Did
up.
they
and
have
in
a
between
lot of
and let go.
participants in the
They
games?
had a really good amount of participants, I thought.
That's good,
Well,
especially for the first year. That's
and
why I
I-
was wondering.
You know, I think people who compete in Highland games, they tend to make the circuit kind of like
Yeah.
the rodeo people do.
Yeah.
Yes. I think there was several people from, I forget where they said the furthest was. I wonder if there was not California. I don't think California was, but there was a lot. There was a lot of people.
Yeah.
A good amount of people. But it was really, I liked it. I'm glad that they're going to do it next year.
Yeah, I think that'll be fun.
And Jesse was like, "Oh, maybe I should try." I was like, "Don't."
You should have let him.
He's already broken his neck once.
Don't hold a ginger back.
I'll let him get in on the ginger photographing.
And you know, he does have some back issues recently,
Yes.
so that I really don't think that would be good for his back.
I don't either. And I mean,
I think you should let the man do what he wants.
I let him do a lot of things that he wants, but sometimes
In
I have
every
to
month
say,
but August.
Yes.
It's
And
not
like-
August, is what I was gonna say.
the beginning of September as well, but which he didn't know this year, and so there was something he asked about, and I said, no, that is like right by our anniversary. He said, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
But he does know because he knows when your anniversary is.
I was like, well, you know now, don't ask between this and this.
That's funny. So, what else we have?
Well, last podcast we asked everybody what their favorite beverages were, and we had asked them what their favorite mug is.
Yep.
So I think we had a couple people that had thought about sending in their pictures, and then they must have forgotten. I did get one picture sent to me, but she asked that we not share it on the podcast because it's not appropriate. But it was
We
cute.
love it.
It was cute. I loved it.
That was quite awesome.
It was. So we ended up bringing our favorite mugs, although I did forget to ask you to bring my favorite mug that's at your house.
Yeah, I know. I forgot my favorite mugs at my house too, and it's probably a good thing because one of them also is not appropriate. But I love it. And then y'all have already seen my other favorite mug, which is my ArkansasYarnCo Polly's mug, and then it also has Sparkle Queen on the other side of it. So that's my favorite mug, but I have some favorite mugs that are here.
Yes. And I brought, I have 2 favorite mugs at home. One of them I drank out of this morning, so I have a picture that I'm going to have Lucas post up here of me drinking out of it this morning. It is a Gudetama mug, if y'all are familiar with Gudetama. If you're not, he is a lazy egg. And by egg, I mean like the white and the yolk that are runny outside of the shell. He's a lazy egg, and he has like a bunch of different sayings and stuff. Like, he just doesn't want to do anything, and he's adorable, and I love it. But otherwise, this is my Rock City mug, and I believe last podcast I was telling you that this is my Hot Toddy mug.
Yeah, look at the size of it.
I mean, it's
so just for perspective, huge. This is a normal size. That's how much of a hot toddy she drinks. It's big.
Yeah, I have a hot toddy. 1. Yeah. I don't have 2 or 3. I have 1.
Well, 1 and done. Because
1 and done. Because it's a big mug. I mean, I can't even wrap my hands completely around it. I mean,
I can't wrap my mind around it.
I want to say it is a 30-ounce mug. And it's got quite a fat bottom on it, which I love. And
that's like a great soup mug too.
It is, and it's handmade. It's handmade. It's hand glazed. I mean, you can see the glaze on it. But Lucas and I lived in Chattanooga before we moved here, and there is basically a tourist attraction called Rock City, and that's where I got this from. And I absolutely love this mug. It is my favorite. It's big.
Yeah.
Big.
It's pretty. The glazing on it's pretty.
It's beautiful.
It is.
So those are my 2 favorite mugs. And then when I stay at my mom's house, I got her a Starbucks mug from London when I went a few years ago with my grandparents. And it's different. It's a different style of Starbucks mug than the usual ones. So I'll probably have you take a picture of it for me, and we'll have Lucas
I'll send it to Lucas.
Too. It's textured or something, right?
It is. Yeah. It's embossed, and then there's a red phone booth.
Well,
on
and
it.
it's
raised.
It's black.
Yeah.
It's like the night sky. It's the skyline of London, and then it's a black skyline of London,
really pretty.
And then it's got one little red phone box on it. And it's
like
really
it.
pretty.
I like it. I think it's really pretty. I collect the Starbucks mugs, and Jessica does now as well, the We Are Here. And then they switched from the We Are Here to the You Are Here, or maybe I had that vice versa, but
I don't remember.
I have been collecting them for a very long time, and I have a bunch from all the places we travel to. The London one is one of my favorites, and Jessica, she's going to inherit that for sure.
Well, if I don't steal it first.
All of the rest, I will know where it's at. I mean, again, I only have 1 kid, so I'm going to know where it's at.
But Anna, keep it at her
but
house for a little while.
At the store, I like this one. What I love about it is, do y'all see that cabling on it? It looks like a sweater because the top part has ribbing, and then there's cabling. So I love that mug. I love it very much. So that's one of my favorite store mugs. And then
see the little knitting.
Yeah, the ribbing kills me. I love it so much. And then I was somewhere. I think I might have been at TJ Maxx,
Probably
and I found this
favorite store.
really cute set of mugs. I wanted this one. It says Boss Lady.
It was a 2-pack.
And it's pink. And so I told Jessica she could have the black one. So now she thinks she's the boss of me. And so there's that. So those are my favorite mugs here at the store. I love these Rae Dunn mugs because they also are big and they're snuggly. I like a snuggly mug. Like like your Rock City.
Mhm.
And then, so yeah, and then most of the time, all day long, I'm drinking out of my Yeti. My friend Beverly that I'm going to go see at the beach next week, she gave this to me for my birthday, and I have used it almost every day since. I love it.
I was going to say, what made you choose pink?
It was a gift. Love it.
It wasn't her choice. It was gifted to
Do
her that
you
way.
have a favorite mug or two?
I have a few, but
Yes.
I brought two. So I have one by one of my favorite people and one by one of my favorite people.
The one I gave her is the best.
No, she likes mine better.
No.
So I
I gave her this one.
This one.
I special ordered it for her.
It's the Lord of the Rings.
Did you special order yours for her?
No, but I did
Oh,
get mine handmade.
I did. I did.
Bought it while I was with her. There is coffee in there.
Yeah, there is coffee in there.
There you
That's
go.
a Polly's mug.
It is a Polly Studio mug, and it's got the Lord of the Rings script on it, right? The one ring.
So that's beautiful and blue. And then this one, so the funny thing about that one is, that was we got that at the Renaissance Fair.
I
Yeah.
got it at the Renaissance Fair while I was there with you.
So I had looked over this
It is
woman's
pretty.
booth, and that's the one I wanted. And then I went and ventured and looked at other things and came back to the booth, and it was gone.
Well, yeah.
And I was sad.
Well, you ended up getting a goblet too, didn't you?
No, I don't remember.
Did you not buy one for yourself?
Mm-mm.
Because I had already purchased this
Well,
for you without your knowing.
yeah. And I was like,
One of the things I really like about this mug is it's actually got an indent on the handle here, so it's very nicely shaped.
I love that little curly Q down at the bottom.
Yeah, she did a really good job on this.
That
And then-
glazing is beautiful.
So this is all raised so that she could glaze each of the individual petals and stuff on the
and
inside.
I like to feel that while I'm.
It's
I
a
do
lot
too.
of craftsmanship.
I
in
ended
that.
up getting myself a goblet
Yeah.
from that same lady while I was there.
This is beautiful.
And
And
it's
then
very nice.
We
And it's
went
your favorite
walking
color.
down
And it's snuggly.
on Bathhouse Row and had hot chocolate.
Yes.
So there's fountains. For those that don't know, there's fountains that you can get hot water from on Bathhouse Row.
So in Hot Springs, it sits on a natural
Yeah.
hot spring. And so they have the free water fountains around town, and they've got a few hot ones and they've got a couple of cold ones for people to go get free water, the free mineral spring water in Hot Springs.
So the girls like to take hot chocolate down and then add the hot water
Yeah.
and then walk around, which I think was so clever. It was Anna's idea. I've actually never done it, but I thought that was such a clever idea to take hot chocolate down there because
Yeah, I like to take anyone that comes visiting to do that.
we should do that.
There was one time I was.
We have to leave Malvern to do that.
Well, there you go.
That means
I mean, not going on vacation.
this is what I do. I go home, I come to work, I go home, I go to work, I go home, I go to work,
You go on
I
vacation.
go on the beach. I go to work, I go home for a whole bunch of weeks, and then I go to the beach.
So you
Yeah.
you have other people get things for you and bring
I
it to you.
do. I have team members. We call them team members.
You call them team members.
I call them team members. Some people call them lackeys or minions. I find that term derogatory, so I say team members. So I have team members. It's a luxury.
It's a running joke.
It is a running joke. It is a running joke. Everybody is important to me, and they bring me things. I particularly like it when I hit my button to find my phone, and then I press the button, and then somebody walks over and says, Are you looking for this?
Well, I will say
It was
it's made
purported to be that way.
It's made it much easier to find your phone
Yes.
when you've lost it.
I never know where my phone is. I never know where my phone is. And I'm always walking around saying, have you seen my phone? Have you seen my phone?
That's what you have,
Have
to
you
watch
seen
for
my
now.
phone? And Jessica's like, you have to get an Apple Watch. I'm like, I don't need a watch. I have a phone. And she's like, I want you to get one. So
Yes, but you really enjoy your watch.
I do like it. You know what I like about it is that it doesn't look like, it looks like jewelry.
Well, you got
Like
a jewelry band.
Yeah,
for
and
it.
I like this little hangy down thing. It's easy to put on and off, and it looks girly to me, and I like it. But what I like the most about it is I have my logo on it. I put my logo in the gallery, but I really like that I always know the date, and I know the temperature as outside, and I can find my phone.
What's the temperature outside?
The temperature is 82 degrees.
Ugh.
Well, it's
Yeah.
a lot better than 90.
It
Well,
is
I
better than
guess.
90, which I thought it was going to be 90 today.
I've been sleeping outside, of course, because
She's
it got down to 60
We
and
don't
52.
Well,
we don't believe in sleeping outside.
Well, I mean, she's the Canadian.
I
and
know.
So she's enjoying the cooler weather.
I'm not
I
a fan
love
of
it.
that sleeping outside thing.
I've got my
well, she's
hammock.
got the hammock.
Mhm.
I don't.
It
think-
raises her up off the ground.
I don't feel like that's safe to sleep outside.
Well, my yard is fenced in, and I
And she's behind the house, so
I
there's
have
nobody.
a guard rooster out
The
front.
guard rooster.
He's not very good
He's
at
like-
guarding when
Like
he's
he's
asleep,
like,
though.
hey lady, do you have any food? That kind of guard rooster.
Yeah, he's guarding his
I'm not a
food
fan of
bowl.
that sleeping outside thing ever
It's nice.
for any reason.
I like it.
No.
So we did say we would get back to Anna's chalkboard.
Oh yes,
so
we did.
Anna spent some time today and she updated our
Scooch
chalkboard.
over.
So she's got there's
I love this
color-
apple. This apple right here.
So there's color everywhere.
I love it.
And I love the gnome. He's so
The
cute.
gnome is adorable.
The gnome is my favorite part.
The
It's-
gnome is adorable.
I love that Anna always finds a way to put pink, green, and blue in all of her artwork. For us.
Yes.
I love it.
The
It does
blue
look
is
great.
harder to see
The
this
blue,
time.
yeah, you made a blue gnome. The blue beard.
Well, she's got the blue around color,
Yeah.
which you can't really tell, but it,
Yeah.
it does a really
You should
good
have
job
used
of
that
framing.
sparkle chalk, the blue sparkle chalk, which I said, but it was
She
a
did.
suggestion she chose to ignore. But
I like to ignore something.
yeah, but
So
you're right.
by the time, so this is kind of like a teaser.
It's a
but
secret.
by the time the video comes out, it'll already be available. We are releasing a mini advent this year at Christmas.
A 12 skein mini advent.
Yes.
So we're super excited about it. When is it going to go on sale?
So it went on sale Friday, October 1st. So by the time this video comes out on Saturday, October 2nd, it will already have gone live, and hopefully you will have seen the posts about it
Y'all.
or gotten the app notification that it's
Yes.
out. But I think we're going to do a teaser on Wednesday
Yes.
about it going on sale on Friday.
Let me tell y'all this. Our full skein, our full advent that is Frosty the Snowman, I've already started dyeing the yarn for it. This mini advent, the 12 skein, it will go fast.
It will.
It will go immediately. It will
We're
go
not-
immediately.
We're
Like
not
our,
doing as many kits as
No.
the
I just don't have
big
time to
advent.
do as many as the big advent.
Mhm.
But that big advent sold out in a day.
Yes. So we are doing the Nightmare Before Christmas as a 12 skein mini advent.
I'm so excited because the colors, y'all. The colors
The
are going to be
colors-
amazing.
The colors are so fun in Nightmare Before Christmas.
I mean,
And I love that
see.
I love that it goes back and forth from dark to bright to dark to bright, and it's got
Yes.
such amazing colors in
Yes.
it. And we're doing little goodies.
I already purchased everything, so this is kind of a glitch that I have. I cannot sell it if I do not own all the things. So we've already planned all the little goodies and surprises. I already own all of it. Otherwise I couldn't put it for sale. It drives me nuts, stressing that I won't get everything.
Like, what if something doesn't come in?
What if something, and I already have their money, so I just cannot do that. So I already own all the things. We have it all planned out. We are super excited for you to get it.
Excited.
And it's an opportunity for someone to get some of our advent calendars are lush. We give lots of goodies in them. This is an opportunity for someone to get a half one for half the price. So for less money. And so it's kind of a fun thing. I have never done 2 in 1 year. I've never done that.
No.
It's just a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, but
she got.
But I had 2 more people, and I got talked into it. And I had 2 more people. But last year, she was gone and she was sick, and I had to put the Advent together myself. And I piecemealed people to come beg them, please come help me.
Well, I think we've got a better grip on it this year, and we're getting started on it a little bit earlier, just in case anything happens.
We are.
So if you didn't already see the notification or the post, go look now. There will be a link in the description below for the Nightmare Before Christmas mini Advent. In case you didn't see it and you want it, there will be a link in the description below, and go now.
Maybe you can put a link, you know, how sometimes you put a header on our website, like.
Yeah, but doing a link in the description, they can just go down to the description, you'll pop them right over to it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forget that you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I've been noticing a lot of people coming over. In my analytics from Shopify, I can see where my purchasers are coming from, and I have noticed an influx of YouTube, and so that makes perfect sense that you're doing that. I also wanted to give y'all an update that we are up to 293 subscribers. We're only 7 away from 300. Thank y'all so much.
That's very exciting.
It's humbling. It's so humbling.
So, which we really love to see those numbers.
We do.
Now I just had my brain went elsewhere very quickly. We have not had a fly this episode.
We actually have.
Oh. Ooh,
yes,
well,
one of those little gnats is around, and I tried to get it earlier and I missed it. But yeah, there's that. We have had, I know, we have a friend every single time.
We do.
Other than y'all, we have a friend.
Most of my friends, I don't aggressively.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've done that to Jessa once.
Yeah, you did hit me.
Don't remember why. No, I do. It was that back cracking video. Startled me so bad, and I unfortunately whacked my dear friend.
She probably needed it.
Probably.
Well, and then I hit you back because you hit me, and then you hit me back.
Because you hit her.
But she had hit me first.
And I said, in my defense, you hit me back.
And I say, we don't hurt people that we love. We don't.
I'm sure it didn't hurt that bad.
Y'all, I have acquisitions.
Do you have acquisitions?
I have acquisitions. I never have acquisitions, but I do have them this time because 2 of my very, very good friends are makers, and I see their things and I have to have them, have to. Mm-hmm. Like this bag.
That is so cute.
I had to have this. This is Laura. I have Jessica go up. This is Laura from Knit for Brains. This is her medium drawstring bag, which, happens to be my favorite bag because you drawstring it and then you put these sides and it pops open. But y'all, the fabric, look at that. I mean, it's so vibrant and happy and joyful.
And look at their little shoes.
The shoes are pink. I mean, how could I not have it? I had to have it. I had to. First off, I said, are you giving me this for my birthday? And she said, no, I'm giving you something else. And I'm like, okay, good. And I put it in my shopping cart and I checked out immediately because I love it. I love that the inside of the bag is green sparkle. It's green sparkle. But what I love the most are the shoes are pink. I mean, like when I see this, all I see is all the hot pink and the happy colors and the little Christmas lights in the beards of the gnomes. And y'all know I'm crazy for gnomes. I love them so much. So this is from Knit for Brains. This is Laura at Knit for Brains. I don't know if she has any more of these. But who cares? Get any fabric. Try out the bag.
I will post a link below for her Etsy shop.
Her bags are one of my very favorites. I love them so much. And
They all have little smiles.
Yes, they all have a little smile on them. I mean, they have like fun hats and like the bag makes me happy. It's so happy. I love it. So I love having maker friends. So I have another maker friend. Y'all know her. She's my virtual assistant. Her name is Nikki from NicNacKnitsCo. It's a tongue twister for me. I don't know why, but it is. But she had a Halloween mystery, and I purchased it. And I am so glad that I did because it's so adorable. And I got in trouble earlier because I ate the caramels that came with it. Because they were so darn good. They came with 2 caramels. I did not share it with the girls. I ate both of them. Because it was so good.
Didn't even get to split one?
No. I said no. I ate them both. But look at this adorable witch bag. We are loving these clear bags.
So this is Nikki's medium clear zipper.
I love the zipper. I love zipper bags. I love drawstring bags. I love zipper bags. I love bags. I just love bags. I couldn't resist when, I didn't know what I was getting. Technically I did because she's my virtual assistant. So I did see a picture and she said, I have one left. And I'm like, send me a link. It's mine. So
I like the little cat.
I know. It's very Halloweeny, but
there's a spider.
It's kind of like
cute.
Bewitched, like the Bewitched cat.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like that to me. And then she sent these little. Let me turn it around. Here you go, Jess. Stitch markers, so adorable. And that's her logo. That's her company. She has a Shopify. Go visit it. She sent me pumpkin spice tea.
See the spider?
Oh, here, Jess.
I love the spider.
And that's not all, because there was also a little bag to go with.
The little notions pouch.
I love it. I love it. It's so cute. I couldn't resist. And then it came with yarn.
So this is LMK Designs. It is a 75-25 superwash, 437 yards, and she calls it Halloween Speckle. And you can really see all the speckle in there.
It looks so good with the bag.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looks so good with the bag. I just love it. So I am super excited. LMK Designs is a new dyer. She's new. And I'm not entirely sure where she's selling it through. NicNacKnitsCo, or if she has her own.
We'll do some research and I'll put some links in the
Jessica's
bottom.
going to hook y'all up.
She also sent 2 different tea bags, pumpkin spice and salted caramel black teas.
Oh, yeah.
From Bigelow. So
that's awesome. So those are my acquisitions. I am so happy. I love all my things.
that's fantastic.
And
Yeah.
I have forgotten for like the 4th time in a row.
I know, and I reminded Anna I'm like, hey, Anna, go get your thing. She's like, oh, I took it out.
Yeah, I had my acquisitions in the car for the longest time and kept forgetting them in the car. And then I cleaned out my car and took everything into my house.
Yes. Yes. So I think that we have a giveaway.
Yes, so with it being the beginning of October now, we have a new giveaway to give away. And this one is fairly special because it is Arkansas Yarn Company yarn. So we have, it is a single one-of-a-kind skein dyed on the Yummy Plush base.
It's so fun.
And I don't even think we have a name for this one. But it's so fun. There's a bunch of colors in it.
It's so pretty.
And there's lots of speckles, because that's what she loves to do, is speckles. And there's just so many colors in there. So we are giving away this lovely, one-of-a-kind, not named skein from Arkansas Yarn Company.
Yep.
So what would you like them to do?
I think that it would be a lot of fun to tell us what your favorite Halloween costume has been in the past.
I like that idea.
Because the girls are going to be that little creepy thing on their bags. The
Creepy
shining
twins. They're going to be the Shining Twins. They already have their costume and everything.
Yes.
But they're going to be the Shining Twins for Halloween. And they're going to hold hands in the store.
All day.
All day.
We're going to go everywhere together.
Yes. They're going to walk. You are going to walk down to the coffee shop and scare the guys. When you're holding hands.
We should.
Yeah.
Go into Walgreens.
So to be entered to win this, I think this looks like Carrie. It's very murdery, Halloweeny yarn. There's some pumpkin color in here. It's like pumpkin murder, and
Pumpkin murder.
I don't know. It's like bad things happen at Halloween colorway. And so tell us what your very favorite Halloween costume is, because I'm always looking for clever Halloween costume ideas.
Maybe what your favorite Halloween costume has been,
Or seen.
what your current Halloween costume is, maybe
Yeah.
your kid's Halloween costume.
Share with us your costume ideas.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
I love Halloween. A couple of years ago, I did a Day of the Dead, a sugar skull makeup on my face, and then I wore a black top and I wore a big black poofy skirt, and that was one of my favorite. And then I've also been like big hair, and it's like all crimped up, and I put like a bird's nest in black, a crow in there, and it's a lot, and I love to do that. And I made my face look like a skeleton.
Did that take a lot of hairspray?
No, it doesn't take a lot, because I'm crimping it. It's crimped. It's crimped. So you literally just fluff, and
Yeah,
it just
got a lot of
it
volume.
sticks exactly where you leave it. I mean, it was fun. I did that a couple years in a row for Scott's office party. I love to do spooky makeup. So I probably will wear something like that this year, but give us some ideas.
Well, I think maybe next time when we're talking about everybody's Halloween costumes, maybe we should, on the next video, post some pictures of our past Halloween costumes and talk about them
That'll be fun.
think that
I'll
would be
send it to
fun.
Lucas.
for the next one.
Yes.
Not to you.
Yeah. I'm not sending it to you anymore. I'm just sending it straight to Lucas.
Okay, you do that. He'll love it.
He does. Yeah, he'll love it. He's like, why is she sending it to me? Because she told me to, Lucas.
Yeah, because why would you go through me if you already have his number?
It's true. It took a long time
There's
to get
that.
it anyway, so I might as well use it now that I have it.
Exactly.
What, did he like, don't give that woman my
No,
number?
I'm just teasing. They've been together a long time.
Yeah, we have been together for a while.
They've been together a long time. So we love Lucas. He does a good job for the podcast. He's done, did you see how nicely he put our email up there? He puts a little thing over the exit sign so we don't have to see the exit sign. He does a great job on our podcast. Thank you, Lucas. He's an excellent team member. Yeah. Do y'all have anything else?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think that's it for today. Well, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
We have enjoyed sitting and knitting with
So
you
much.
and crafting with you and talking about our favorite mugs with you. If you enjoyed our video, please give it a like down below. Let us know that you liked it. Tell us in
A
the
thumbs up.
comments. Yes.
Thumbs up.
Give us a thumbs up.
Don't give us a thumbs down. Just scroll on if we're not your thing. But give us a thumbs up. We like that.
So yeah, give us a thumbs up. If you've not yet subscribed, please subscribe. That's the fastest way to know when we have a new video up.
Yep.
And we do a weekly wool on Wednesday, and we do a bi-weekly podcast.
Well, and you know what? I have a new segment that I've been doing on Thursday mornings, and it's called Maker's Moment. So we've been debuting. The last Thursday, I did a Maker's Moment for Hot Spring Fiber Company. We're doing a little mini trunk show every week. And at the end of October, the last week of October, we're doing a full-on trunk show for her. So we're introducing everyone, and we're giving you a pre-purchasing time frame
Of all of her bases.
of all of her bases. So the way the mini trunk show works is you get to see it for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it closes. So you can pre-purchase the base of your choice right then, so you know you get it. So it's online and in the store. And
Yes.
so yeah, Maker's Moment on Thursdays is our newest segment. So like we're lots of videoing going on over here.
We are.
Anyway, well, thank you so much for joining us, and we will catch y'all again next time, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.